Hello my dear friends. So today we are going to solve the palindrome partition problem. So generally what will be given in this problem is one string will be given and we need to check that how many partitions can we do such that the given string will become a palindrome. Okay, so suppose the first example is geek, Geek. Okay, so if we are going to do partition from here and here, so you are going to see that G, E, and K, all the three strings are palindrome. Because a single letter is a palindrome, you can come from here and here, it will be same. If you are going to come here and here, you are going to get same thing. Similarly you are going to get K here. So the partition we have done is 2 here. Now you are going to say that what are the more possible cases. Suppose if it is given like this, you can also do the 3 partitions. Okay, so here you are going to get 4 different letters and all the 4 letters are palindrome. So it means if length of string if length of string is 4, so maximum possible partitions are going to be 4 minus 1 3. So what is the worst case here? Worst case is that maximum number of partition that can be done is to do partition after every letter. Okay, so maximum possible partition will be 3. Perfect. Now we need to find the minimum number of, okay, what we need to find minimum number of partition that we can do such that strings become palindromic. So here we have done 2 partitions. Suppose if you think instead of doing 2, let us do 1 partition here. So these 2 strings are not palindrome. It means this case is not possible. And you can also do the partitions from here also, like this and this. So they are not a palindrome. It means in the first example the minimum number of partitions are required are 2. So let us take the second example, A B C B A. So if you are going to see, it is already a palindrome. It means no partition is required. So that's why output will be 0. Perfect. Now let us take the third example, A B B A C. So if you are going to see, A is here, B is here. So if you are going to do partition from here, so the 2 strings are going to be formed. So this is palindrome and this is palindrome. So minimum number of partition that we can do here is 1. And what will be the worst case? Worst case will be, as the size of string is 5, so the maximum number of partitions that we can do here is 4. Okay, but we want the minimum number. So here the output should be equal to 1. So I hope question is clear to you. What is the question? Input will be given and you need to check how many partitions you can do. Okay, so first of all I told you, if you get the feeling that we have to do partition, so at that time we can use the concept of matrix chain multiplication, because there also what we were doing partitions and checking. Okay, so for MCM there are few steps that need to be followed. Okay, and I will give you one more example. If you are going to take the example of Nitin, if this string is given to you, so if you are going to do the partitions from here, so this is palindrome, this is again palindrome, and this is again palindrome. ITI will also palindrome. So here also there are 2 partitions required. Okay, so now we will know that MCM will be used here, because we have to check at every letter that partitions are required or not. So what are the steps that we need to follow while using the MCM? So first of all we need to find the I and J. What are I and J? I is the starting point and J is the ending point. Second step is going to be find the base condition. Okay, so base condition we need to find, because we are going to see the recursive approach in this video. Then later on I am going to tell you the top down and memoization approach. Then we need to find loop for K, means loop for K is the partitions, mean how we are going to do partitions, and what from where the K will start. It will start from I, or I plus 1, or where it is going to be till j or j minus 1. So we have to fix the values, that what are the possible values where this loop for k will run. And with the help of temporary solutions, with the help of temporary answers, we are going to reach our final answers. So these are the 4 steps that are used while solving the MCM. So 4 golden steps you can say. So whenever you need to write this, you always have to think all the 4 steps. Okay, so this is the case. Now first step was find I and j. So let us take the example of Nitin only. So I is the starting place and j is the ending place. So can we take starting place as the first letter? Yes, we can take. There is no issue if you are going to take I means n as the first letter, or okay. But the in the earlier example, what we were doing, we were using one array for the matrix multiplication. So at that time this was not making any sense, because what was the issue? Array of I a of I will be equals to array of I minus 1 multiplied by array of I, something like this. Okay, so if you are going to put I is equal to 0, so it is going to become array of minus 1 multiplied by array of 0. So that's why we have started first term k I from here, okay, to avoid this circumstances. But here there is no such case, that because we don't have to make the pairs for the multiplication, matrix multiplication, we can check for first letter as well. It means I can be the first letter, similarly j can be also the last letter. So if you want to know how I have written this condition, please watch the MCM video. I have made 2 videos, one on the recursion and one on the memoization, and there only I have explained you how we can get, how we have to write these 4 steps. Okay, each step is clearly mentioned. Okay, so we have got that I will be the I will be equals to the 0, because it is can be the first letter of the string, and j will be equals to the length of string minus 1. Okay, so we have got the conditions for I and j. What is the second condition? We second case, second step, we need to find the base condition. Okay, now for base condition, what we have to do, we have to think the smallest valid input or invalid input. Okay, so suppose if the string has one element n, so how many partitions are required? You are going to say that if string has one element, then no partition is required, because it is already a palindrome. It means we are going to do return 0. If so, if string has one element, means starting point and ending point both are same. It means if I is equal to j, then what we need to do, we need to return 0. Okay, so for the base condition, we need to think of the minimum possible valid input or invalid input. So this is the valid input, means string has only one element. Suppose string is empty. So now tell me how many partitions you are required to make it palindrome. So you are going to say that string, as string is already empty, so again we are going to return 0, because no partition is required. So what is this condition? This is the case when starting point becomes greater than the ending point, or we can say the invalid situation. So for these 2 cases, we can say that we are going to return it as 0. Now one more thing, suppose if it is given like this, a b c b a. Now tell me how many partitions are required. You are going to say that as it is already a palindrome, so here also what we need required 0 partitions. Okay, so if a string becomes palindrome, then the number of partitions required are 0. So this will be the base condition. So if I is greater than equal to 0, if I is greater than equal to j, yeah, if I is greater than equal to j, what we are going to do, we are going to return 0. This is the first base condition, this. And second is, if let us call its palindrome function by passing the string. If it returns true, it means string is palindrome, so we are going to return it as 0. So this is our base condition. This is our base condition. So we have gone through two steps. We have gone through that find I and j, and also we have gone through the base condition step. Now we need to see where this loop for the k will go. Okay, so again let us take the example of Nitin. So NITIN. So what is k? K is nothing but doing the partition. I was the first letter, j was the second letter. Okay, so suppose if I do partition from here, suppose this is the k. So what you can do first letter will be this, and this is going to be the second case. It means you can do the partitions from I to k, and then you can do the partition from k plus 1 to j. So this is the valid case. So this is the first possible case. Okay, suppose instead of doing like this, what you are going to do, if you are going to do the partition in, if here what we have done, so I was here, so in this case what we have taken, k will be equals to I, because this is the first term, and after that we are doing the partition. So here the case is k is equal to I. So in this situation these partitions are possible. What can be the other case? Suppose if I take k is equal to I plus 1. Okay, so now how can we do the partition? So partitions can be done like this: I to k minus 1 and then k to j. Now I am going to explain you how we are doing this. Suppose this is Nathan given to us. This is the starting point I, this is the ending point j. If I choose k is equal to I plus 1, means we are going to do the partition from here. Okay, so what can be the first case? First case can be like this: I to k minus 1. Okay, this is covered, and then from k to j, sorry, k minus 1 will be here because this was k, so k minus 1 will be here. So again we have covered everything. Okay, sorry, by mistake this is opened. Just a second. Yeah, so from here we have done, this was for k, so this will be k minus 1 to I to k minus 1, and from k to j. So these are the two possible for loops. To go more in detail, you can watch my previous video. What is this? So we have to go to the for loop and we have to do the partitions. So generally I am going to prefer this I to k, then k plus 1 to j. And then what we are going to do, we are going to check for the partitions, and once we got the temporary solution, with the help of temporary solution we are going to reach to our final solution. So this was the concept. Now let us write the code. Okay, so yeah, so as I am using the Python, so I am going to write def. So first of all I am going to write minimum partition. This is the function name. What it will take string, starting point and ending point. We know that starting point will be 0 and ending point will be the length of string minus 1. So first of all what we used to do, we used to write the base condition. So if I is greater than equal to j, or okay, then we were returning 0, and then we were checking if it is palindrome, then also we need to return 0. So if any of the one condition satisfied is palindrome, function I am going to call, and again I am going to pass I and j. Okay, like this. Okay, I to, sorry, this time you can write I or j, or what you can do, you can pass the string like this from I to j plus 1. Okay, why we have written like this? It means we are not passing the entire string. We are not passing the entire string, as we are going to do the partition NITIN. Suppose we are doing the partition like this and this. So if you have to check whether this string is palindrome or not, you need to pass the values of I and j. Okay, to check whether this is palindrome or not, you need to pass the value of I and j. Suppose this check you have done. Suppose now you have passed these three elements. So instead of checking entire string, you need to pass the indexes also I and j. So that's why we have written like this. Okay, so if these two conditions are satisfied, so what we are going to do, we are going to return 0 because it is the base condition. Okay, now let us write answer and let us make it as a maximum. So I am going to write like this. Let's make it as a very big number. So you can write int max or any maximum value. If you are even going to write length of string plus 1, then also it is going to be updated, because the minimum number of maximum number of partitions are going to be length of string minus 1. So for safety you can also use like this. So instead of writing this, you can write length of string plus 1, or length of string also you can write. Okay, so answer is length of string. It means maximum partition that we can do is according to the normal is length of string, but theoretically we have seen that it will be one less than, so it will be automatically updated. Now again we have to use the for loop for the k. So for k in range of I to j. Perfect. So what we are going to do, we are going to see the temporary answer. So temporary answer will be, first of all what we are going to do, we are going to call the function minimum partition by passing the first I and k, because we told that first we will do partition from I to k, then we are going to do the partition from k plus 1 to j. Okay, now one more thing. See, this is Nathan. You have done partition from here, so this is from I to k and this is from k plus 1 to j. Okay, so this first function will give solution for this second function will give solution for this, but you already have done one partition. So what you need to do, plus 1. Why plus 1? Because first function will give how many partitions are required in this range I to k. This second function will give how many partitions are required from this range, and one partition is already done, so we are going to add one. In the previous solution also what we have done, array of I multiply by array of k minus 1, something like this. Okay, that pattern you need to see, array of j, something like this we have done in last solution, but here we have to do plus 1. So this will give us the temporary solution. Again what we have to do, final answer will be minimum of temporary and answer. So whichever the value is minimum, you need to update this in the answer. So once the things are getting updated, what you have to do, you have to after this for loop ends, you need to return the answer, because here only you got the things. So I have written minimum partition function. Is palindrome is also required, because you have to check the function whether it is palindrome or not. So I hope you can write that function by yourself. If not, I am going to write def is palindrome. It will take a string. Okay, and again y will be x of, we need to reverse it, so it will be like this. So if y equal to x, if both the strings are same, what we have to do, let's return directly, return y is equal to x. So if it is they are equal, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. And one more thing, you need to define this function above this function, because we are using here this. So please use this, define this function above the given function. Okay, so this is done. Now what you can do, in main function, I am writing here main function. So define main. So main function, let's say the string is given like this, Nathan, Nitin. So what you need to do, again you need to call the function, so you can directly print. Again we are calling min partition function by passing the string. Let's say this string name is a, so it will be easier to write a. Then we need to find I value. I told you j 0, and what will be the value of j, it will be length of a minus 1. so you can directly get the solution. So this was the complete thing. So first what we have done, we have written the base condition. This is our base condition. Then we have used the for loop for k, for loop for k. Okay, then we have written the temporary solution, and with the help of temporary solution we have written final answer. So I hope you got the solution. If you have any kind of doubt, please let me know in the comment section. I will try to solve all your doubts. Thank you.